What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Madden 16 Career Mode featuring Escobar Sanchez and the St. Louis Rams. And in this episode, we will be covering 3 games. And the first of those 3 are at home against the 1-6 Chicago Bears. And with the first half looming down, the St. Louis Rams have been able to muster 0 points. You are talking about a team that leads the NFL in offense and points scored. We lead the NFL in offensive yards per game, passing yards per game. And there, Escobar Sanchez cannot come down with the catch. And we are still scoreless. Until then, we do put up 3. With 7 seconds left in the second quarter, we decided to run a Hail Mary out of desperation to have our offense get something. And you see how Escobar gets his hands on the ball, but he gets it slapped away. And look at the disappointment on his face. So a team that's undefeated was only able to score 3 points in the first half. But later on into the second half, still down by 7, we decided to run a Hail Mary play. And Escobar Sanchez comes down for the first score of the game for the St. Louis Rams. You would think that a score is very good, but it's very concerning to see a team like us get our first score of the game in the second half. Luckily, the Chicago Bears aren't that good of a team to where they could throw a whole bunch of points on the board. But we finally hit our stride in the second half with a touchdown pass from Nick Foles to Kenny Briggs for a 33-yard touchdown to give us a 17-10 lead. And now later on into the beginning of the fourth quarter, a nice in route by Escobar Sanchez frees him up. And watch the dance move by Escobar. Whoever was guarding Escobar, I think he was running away from him like, no, I don't want these problems. And watch how Escobar celebrates his second touchdown of the game. What? I kind of want to get up and dance. This is crazy. We ended up winning a game, and I understand that a win is a win. But if you have one of the most top-rated offenses in the league, but they cannot score in the first half, that is kind of worrisome. You kind of have to worry about that. Right now we're on the road to the playoffs. We want our offense to be striking big. So we worked on it against a team who was 4-5 in the Baltimore Ravens. We do have to play in Baltimore. But we will be going on one of the easiest stretches of games we've seen this far in the season. But on a 3rd and 16, just a poorly thrown ball by Nick Foles, who for some reason always finds a way to throw it to the other man on the team. And watch this. On the very next possession, a tip pass, and it is intercepted by C.J. Mosley. So not only does he throw it into triple coverage, it gets tipped and intercepted by C.J. Mosley. Come on, Nick Foles. But luckily, the Baltimore offense wasn't able to do anything, so we do get the ball back. And on the 1st and 10, Nick Foles is connecting with Escobar Sanchez for the first down. And as we're trying just to establish our offense and get our offense in the rhythm. And on the 2nd and 3, a pass to Stedman Bailey, and watch him truck 4 guys and power his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
They take the lead here late in the first quarter with the touchdown.
Went on an out route, caught the ball, turned immediately upfield, and used his power and his strength to muscle his way into the end zone. And on our very next possession, with only 1 second left in the first quarter, watch how the cornerback turned his back on Escobar Sanchez. And check out the burners. And Escobar started celebrating like 35 yards before he even reached the end zone. Watch the cornerback turn his back. Poorly coverage by the cornerback. And watch the celebration by Escobar. So on into the second quarter, where we find ourselves up by 4. On a 3rd and 6, Nick Foles finds a wide open Jared Cook who gets ran out of bounds. And on the very next play, on the 1st and 10, watch the little in cut by Escobar, giving himself separation from the corner and getting his 2nd touchdown of the game, expanding the lead to 11 points. Making this look very, very easy. So this is what I'm talking about. This is what we need to score points. But we cannot score points if we keep giving up sacks. Right there, Nick Foles took a sack to make it 2nd and 21, but I'd rather him take a sack than throw an interception. But on the very next play, they are running a man blitz, and watch the downfield blocking. Watch the wide open lanes for Escobar as he is speeding his way. The speed. Did you guys catch that? Escobar ran like his life depended on it. Jeez. Extra dive into the end zone to put the icing on the cake. But watch the downfield blocking by Kenny Brick. And just watch the jets. Just watch the burners on Escobar. So we find ourselves up 28-13. On a team whose defense has kind of been struggling this year, but that's not what matters. What matters is that we are capitalizing on offense, and we are capitalizing on defense. So when it comes towards the playoffs, we're hitting in all cylinders. And on the 1st and 10, another pass to Escobar as he reaches out, sticks his hand out, catches the ball, and immediately turns upfield for his 4th touchdown of the game.
And we see a receiver closing in on the single game mark for touchdowns.
It's just no record that's safe. It's unbelievable. It seems like about every other week you and I are talking about another record that could be broken, and there's a chance.
He is emerging as a top young, talented wide receiver in this game, no doubt. And on the 1st and 7, a run play and handoff to none other than Todd Gurley. You guys know how I feel about my Todd Gurley. I love Todd Gurley. Nothing really happened much in the game. We did end up winning this game 45-20. This is what I'm talking about. This is the offensive performance I want to see. Not us not scoring until halfway in the 3rd quarter. We need to be hitting on offense like this every game. And we have a chance to hit on offense like this in Cincinnati, going against the 7-3 Cincinnati Bengals, who have a pretty good team this year. I'm not going to lie. Probably our toughest matchup in a while, in like a 4-game, 5-game stretch. So we're going to have to come out firing as we do here on the first play on our offensive possession. A Nick Foles to Escobar Sanchez connection. As Escobar grabs that and now has over 1,250 yards receiving over the year. A passing play out to Quick, who doesn't quite reach the 1st down, making it 4th and 1. So we did have to punt the ball away. But later on into the 1st quarter, we find ourselves only down by 3. Play action by Nick Foles, fires the ball into Kenny Brick, who, if Kenny Brick was a little bit faster, probably could have broke that out for a touchdown. And on the 3rd and 6, Nick Foles rolls out the pocket and finds his #1 target in Escobar Sanchez. But on the 3rd and 1, we aren't able to get the first down. So we have to settle for the field goal. We have the passing game. The passing game's there. But with Trey Mason in the backfield, it just feels like Trey Mason isn't getting the job done. And I wish Coach would realize that and put in Todd Gurley in more.
The Rams from the 37.
So with the score being 10-17, a rush outside by Trey Mason goes for about 4 yards. And on a 3rd and 4, a little quick pass to Kenny Brick to keep moving the chains. 1st and 10, Nick Foles takes the sack in the backfield. And on the 2nd and 16, he gets hit by Reggie Nelson. The ball comes out. Luckily, we were able to pick up the fumble.
But they recover it and maintain.
And with that, on a 4th and 12, we do settle for the field goal. So we're only down by 4, but can our defense hang on? Which they do. But how long can our defense hang on for?
2nd down and 10.
2nd and 10, a drop back and pass to Jared Cook. 3rd and 6, an overthrown pass by Nick Foles. Throwing a pick near the red zone is never the answer, but for some reason, that just happened. And the Cincinnati Bengals, they capitalize over that turnover and get a touchdown there. And on our very next possession, we throw another interception. 2 straight weeks, 2 interceptions by Nick Foles. And you start to wonder what's going through his mind right now. What is he seeing? What is he reading? Just a bad throw right there. That throw was horrible. And check out the running back comparisons from Jeremy Hill to Trey Mason. That's why I do not like Trey Mason in the backfield. I'd rather have Todd Gurley there, but you know, I'm not coach. I don't make the rules. I just go out there and play the game. That's what I do. But we're in the 4th quarter. The score is 31-13. You see Kenny Brick is trying his best that he can to contribute to the team. And so am I. I'm trying the best that I can to contribute to the team. And on the 2nd and goal, Nick Foles throws it up. It gets batted down by Escobar Sanchez. And watch Harvey there. Harvey was just at the right place at the right time, catching the tip pass for a touchdown.
Well, when you have receivers like this on the outside, these receivers all across the league,
and closing the gap on the lead. Watch that. That is a crazy play.
They lay tight man-to-man coverage. It takes perfect throws.
But with only a little bit left in the game, we are down by 18. I was wondering if our defense was going to be able to hold up and make a stand or make a stop against the Cincinnati Bengals, but they couldn't. But I cannot be mad at the defense when we've had to put them on the field over and over again with these 3-and-outs and these 2 interceptions thrown by Nick Foles. But we can't put all the blame on Nick Foles, as this is a team game. There was a lot of things that could have been done better. And on a 1st and goal, a touchdown to Jared Cook, but it's just a little bit too late. A little bit too late. We are down by 11 with only 14 seconds left in the 4th. A deep pass by Nick Foles on 4th and 10 gets batted down. And folks, the undefeated season is over. The Cincinnati Bengals gave us a run for our money and gave us our first loss of the season. But that's okay, because it's not like it's the end of the world. We still got more games to come, and we just got to get better when playoff times come. That's what we have to work on.